What if everything you believed about Harry Potter was a lie? What if James Potter wasn't Harry's real father? What if the man who hated him in class, the cold and bitter potions master, was the one who actually gave him life? In this video, we're diving deep into one of the boldest and most emotional theories in the wizarding world. What if Severus Snape was Harry's real father? This isn't just wild speculation. This is a theory that, once you hear it, might completely change the way you see the entire series. Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the harder it becomes to unsee the truth. We all know the tale. Harry Potter, the boy who lived, orphaned as a baby, raised by muggles, the son of the noble James Potter and the brilliant Lily Evans. But from the very beginning, there are cracks in that story. Why does Snape hate Harry with such intensity, but protect him with equal force? Why is Snape's Patronus identical to Lily's? Why does Dumbledore trust him so blindly and keep so much from Harry, even when his life is at stake? Let's go back to where it all started. Lily Evans and Severus Snape. Their relationship wasn't just friendship. They were close before Hogwarts, sharing childhood memories, magic, and connection. And when they were torn apart by houses and ideology, it broke something in Snape. His greatest regret, calling her a mudblood. But that kind of regret only comes from losing the most important person in your life. Even after Lily married James, even after she died, Snape's love never faded. His Patronus remained the same as hers, a silver doe. In the wizarding world, a Patronus is not just a spell. It's a manifestation of one's inner soul. A Patronus that matches someone else's is extremely rare, and it suggests more than love. It suggests a shared essence, a spiritual connection, possibly even a deeper bond, like shared blood. Some fans believe such a magical mirroring is only possible if a part of one's soul is directly linked to the other. Could that link be parenthood? Now go back to the first potions class. Snape asks Harry a cryptic question. What would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? To a first-year student, it's just a tough question. But hidden in the language of Victorian flowers, it reveals something heartbreaking. Asphodel means, "My regrets follow you to the grave," and wormwood symbolizes bitter sorrow. Put together, Snape is saying, "I bitterly regret Lily's death," or perhaps even more, "I mourn the life we never had, the family I lost." It's easy to say Snape hated Harry, but what if that coldness wasn't hate, but pain? The pain of seeing someone who could have been your own child, now growing up in the shadow of your rival? Now let's talk about occlumency. In Order of the Phoenix, Snape tries to teach Harry how to shield his mind. But these sessions are chaotic. Emotions clash. Memories spill out. Harry and Snape cannot control the mental bond between them. But what if it wasn't just poor technique? What if it was something deeper? A magical recognition. A subconscious connection between two souls tied by something more powerful than magic. Family. Then there's the line everyone remembers. "You have your mother's eyes." It's repeated by nearly every adult character who knew Lily. But for Snape, it's everything. It's the very last thing he says before he dies. Why? Because those eyes were all he had left. The only visible link to the woman he loved, and perhaps to the son he never got to raise. We're often told that Snape protected Harry because he loved Lily and felt guilty for her death, that he saw Harry as her legacy, and so he became a double agent to protect him. But guilt doesn't drive someone to sacrifice their entire life, to face death every day, to let everyone, including the boy himself, believe he is the enemy. That kind of relentless dedication goes beyond guilt. It goes beyond love. That's the kind of protection a father gives, quietly, endlessly, even when he knows he'll never be loved in return. And now we have to talk about Dumbledore, the master of secrets, the chess player behind the scenes. He knew everything. He knew about Snape's love for Lily, about his inner torment, about his motivations. But what if he also knew the truth about Harry's parentage? What if he kept that secret to protect Harry, to keep the prophecy intact, to prevent Harry from learning a truth that could unravel his identity and loyalty? Dumbledore allows Snape to stay at Hogwarts. He allows him to protect Harry, even when it seems inappropriate. Why? Because maybe he believed Snape had the right to watch over the boy, even if from a distance. And that brings us to Snape's death, lying in the boathouse, blood spilling from Nagini's wound. And what does he say? Look at me. Not, remember me. Not, I'm sorry. Just, look at me. Why? Because in Harry's eyes, the eyes of Lily, he sees everything he's ever loved and lost. But maybe, just maybe, he also sees a piece of himself. For one last moment, he's not a spy. He's not a professor. He's not a soldier. He's just a man, staring into the eyes of a boy who never knew the truth. And let's not forget, Harry doesn't act like James Potter. He doesn't have James's arrogance, his swagger. He's thoughtful, reserved, and often emotionally closed off, much more like Snape. He hides his pain. He doesn't seek the spotlight. He works in the shadows when he has to. He's excellent at defense against the dark arts, and surprisingly gifted at potions, especially when not following traditional rules. His emotional sensitivity, his temper, his moral complexity, they mirror Snape far more than James. All these little things, his nature, his skills, his demeanor, they don't prove anything alone. But together, they paint a picture, a quiet theory, a possibility that lingers beneath the surface of the books, a secret that makes the story even more tragic, even more human. Because if this theory is true, if Snape really was Harry's father, then the story of Harry Potter changes entirely. Snape goes from bitter teacher to silent guardian, from villain to protector, from enemy to father, a man who gave up everything, not just for the woman he loved, but for the child she left behind, a man who lived unloved and died unthanked, all to keep that child alive. It may never be confirmed. J.K. Rowling may never write it. But the beauty of the wizarding world is that it's full of unanswered questions. And this theory, as bold as it is, feels heartbreakingly possible. And if this changed the way you see Snape or Harry, then let me know. What do you believe? Could this be true? Or is it just another hidden layer of a story we've loved for years? Like this video if it made you think twice about Snape. Subscribe if you want more what-if stories like this one. And comment below with your thoughts and what theory I should cover next. Because in this world, magic isn't always in the spells. Sometimes it's in the secrets.